Hey guys, this is John. I'm playing Britt in the 5-minute pool on ICC. Let's play G6 on move 1 and see what we get. I'm actually going to play C6. Maybe this Gurgenidze Variation that I've kind of become fond of as I've played more Blitz online. So the idea is just to play D5 and try to get him to make a decision with this E-pawn, whether he wants to take on D5 or push E5. I don't know. This line it's known, but it's entirely playable for black in Blitz and Rapid. Not sure I would venture it much in classical time control, but okay, so white is being stubborn and not playing the e-pawn forward. This is a viable strategy, but I think I should be able to play this position pretty easily. I'm just going to go knight d7 and then bring this knight to f6 and look for a trade. This is reminiscent of the knight d7 line of the Caro-Kann, just that black's bishop is fianchettoed in this instance. So if he takes, I'll take with my knight. I have some experience with this structure too. I played a lot of Blitz games over the board against a particular player who will go nameless to protect his identity. I'm going to take that, and then after bishop takes, I'm not going to play knight f6 right away. I'm going to leave that option on the table for a little bit, just to keep him guessing. I could play e5 here if I want, and just try to liquidate the center. Could also play knight f6, and after the bishop moves, maybe play bishop f5. That's a more dynamic way of playing. e5 should pretty much equalize, though, without a problem. Yeah, let's play e5. This is going to be kind of boring, but I'm going to try to outplay him in the resulting position. Okay, he plays there. Well, now I can go maybe f5 followed by e4. But I do, with f5, I open up my king, so like f5, queen b3 check could be dangerous. Could also play knight f6 here. Could also just take on d4. So many options. Yeah, I'm just going to take. And then probably play knight f6, assuming he takes with his bishop. Bishop takes d4, knight f6. Say this bishop moves, maybe bishop e6 thereafter. Something like that. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, I think bishop e6 is fine. So the reason why I was hesitating earlier to play e5 is we kind of get this liquidated structure. There's no tension in the center, nothing really going on for either side. If rook e8, maybe knight g5. Okay, I'll take. He takes with the queen. If rook e8, take, or knight g5. Rook e8, knight g5, bishop takes g5, queen takes g5. Then he's hitting f7 and also b7. All right, I'm just going to take. Change my mind. If a takes, opening up the rook to attack a7, maybe b6. And then try to go for c5. Looks okay. Just okay, not great. I do weaken c6, so I got to be wary about knight e5. I feel like I played this player sometime long ago. Yeah, I definitely have. This is a long time ICCer. I think I used to play them in Bughouse, back when I used to play Bughouse. Let's go queen c7, and then maybe try to occupy the d file. It's weird what your brain will recall. Like, just this guy's username, for some reason, like, stuck in my head, even though I'm almost positive I haven't played them for 10 years. Rook d8 would be normal. Let's do rook d8. Threat is c5, so he's got to vacate the file. Maybe queen a4, though, is good. Queen a4, yeah. Possibly I should have used the other rook. Wasn't thinking too much. Yeah, now if rook d7, then knight e5 is bad. Okay, so one lazy move, rook a d8, has put me in a tight spot now. I guess I'm going to go back with my rook and meekly defend that pawn, because nothing else is good. Also, I'm down a minute on the clock. I just like putting myself in these positions, you know? You see what you're really made of when you got to defend a bad position in chess. How tenacious are you? Not sure about bishop e5. I think that square maybe should have been reserved for the knight. But we'll see. If bishop d6, I suppose rook d7. Okay, so here I gotta play this rook over. So I need both my rooks to defend weak points, a7 and c6. I don't know. I might be okay at this point. Maybe a5 is an idea. He's trying to come into e7. Okay, let's go here. Stop rook e7 and also open up our bishop on the knight on d4. I think I would take this knight if given the chance, if I mess up their pawn structure in doing so. Let's play b5. Kick the queen back. I think I'm going to take, because I'm a bit tender otherwise. Like knight takes c6 is a definite threat here. Actually, I could play rook e8 first before making a decision about that. Nah, but probably better to take. I think I'm going to take. And then dispute the file. Try to gain control of the e-file. They should probably play rook e8. Yeah, and maybe queen here now. Threaten their bishop a little bit. And then I can look to swap the rooks and try to exploit that back rank. So now here, after rook takes e8, queen takes e8, he doesn't have time to take a7 because he gets mated. Okay, let's just play f5 is interesting, albeit very weakening. Let's play f5. I'm going to try to exploit that weak back rank. But now my dark squares are kind of shot, though, so I got to be careful with my king safety. Getting a little closer on the clock. Not bad. Okay, let's play a6. This move's probably necessary sooner or later. He should play a Luft move, probably, like h3 or g3. Makes sense. Not sure I want to bring the king up there. Let's centralize our queen. Maybe queen f4. Offer a trade. Don't expect him to take this trade. Let's offer the trade again. Probably queen d2 is good. Or at least he should play that. Oh, he actually takes the trade. I'm not sure about this decision. Don't know that I mind this endgame. Okay, let's bring this up here. H5 now? Okay, we'll stop him from playing g4. Now, can I win this is the thing. I like my position a lot. Should I push pawn g4, yes or no? Could also push pawn h4. Let's play this safe. We'll play this instead. Okay, he closes it up. Now, if I play e3 check and then try to walk my king in, is that sound? Don't know. It's kind of a risky way of playing for a win, but it looks interesting. I'm going to try it. Really not sure about this. He has king e2 now, but I don't know. I just want to see if it works. I'm down a pawn, but my king position is just excellent. Is the thing, so that's what's encouraging me to do this. I'm going to maneuver my knight around a little bit and just try to poke holes in his position, basically. Not sure where I'm bound with this knight, but we'll figure it out when we get there. Okay, so now maybe I can come into c4. I don't know. It's really not going to lead to much, is it? He's trying to put me in zugzwang. Oh, now he got to move his king a little bit. Getting pushed back. No, this is not good. I got to take this way if he takes. Keep him bottled up. Okay, let's go here. Oh no, bishop d4.
Check.
No, no. Now I'm losing. Let's see if we can get a past a pawn. I think I'm losing. He's only got a little time to figure it out. Oh, he stops the pawn in time. No. Oh, man. Yeah, pretty good game by my opponent. I'm just going to resign. Yeah, he got that in time at the end. He saw my trick. So b5, I don't have time, huh? If I take or push, if I push, he plays b6, and I'm outside the square. He promotes. Well, e3 check was probably pushing my luck. I think that's clear. Unless I can do something like right here. But yeah, my knight didn't have nearly enough inroads into his position. Okay, let's go back and take a look, though. So this Gurgenidze Variation. I think the position was fine for me, though. I don't know. E5 is, like I said, kind of just liquidating the position down. The other thing I was considering was like knight f6, bishop moves, and then like bishop f5, and try to swap and then stick the knight on e4. It's a more dynamic way to play it. It's probably not quite correct to do so, but you know, e5 was, I think, largely okay. Computer claims a tiny edge for white. Bishop e3. Yeah, the position might be a little bit easier for him to play. I think he came up with a good idea with bishop back to c2 and b3. I have some micro problems with my a pawn. Yeah, because I mean, he may not be threatening to take the pawn even right away, because there's some question like what, like say I play like queen c7 or something. If he takes either with the rook or the bishop, like he's liable to run into b6 and his bishop's trapped. But maybe b6 was just weakening. Maybe I should play a6 instead. I just don't want to stick too many pawns on light squares and give him free reign on the dark squares. But b6 led to problems at the c6 point, and also a7. Yeah, he's definitely better at this point. Even if I don't play rook ad8, which was for certain an inaccuracy because of queen a4. Now I'm like, okay, I got to defend my a7 pawn. And if rook d7, I run into knight e5 is the issue. So I went back to a8, and then kind of drifted into maybe an okay position. Felt like he was losing some of his edge around here. d5 would have been decent for him, maybe. So when I take on d4, it's important to understand the effect that that has on the position. Like now, I have to be very cautious about my king safety and the dark squares. Because if you look at the position, I have virtually everything except this a7 pawn on a light square. So I've committed myself to a particular color complex. And he possesses a dark square bishop, so he's probably going to be looking to attack on those squares. So my reaction to that was to try to induce exchanges. Oh, did I miss something? Oh, I missed the tactical operation. Rook takes e4, queen takes e4, knight takes c3. And if he takes my knight, then queen to d1 is winning. I'm going to be checkmate again.
Checkmate.
Aha. You know, strangely enough, I think I looked at that, but I think I only looked at this move first, which doesn't work because he can take with the queen on c3 at the end and guard the e1 square. I'm not just making that up. I think I did actually look at this. But yeah, that was available, wasn't it? Take, knight takes c3. And then he has to move the queen somewhere, and I mean, at the very least, I could go to this endgame. Although actually, my queen, my knight gets trapped in that position. Bishop d4 at the end. So maybe not go for the endgame, just drop the knight back somewhere and blacks up a pawn. Okay, that would have been much better compared to the game. Yeah, and I thought I could perhaps play this for a win after the queen trade, but that might be optimistic. I'm not sure he played it completely accurately. But then again, I probably don't have grounds to play for a win. I mean, optically, this looks better for black, in my opinion, because, you know, his bishop doesn't have anything to attack. But I do see, like, he can go c4 and b3 at some stage. It's interesting that endgame thinks white's better a little bit. Yeah, and this is probably pushing my luck a bit too far. He did a good job of keeping my knight out of bounds. And actually, when he put the bishop, where was it, on f8, was it? I was kind of just moving my knight around. We were both getting low on time about here. Yeah, once the bishop came to f8, I was like basically in zugzwang. Because I can't go anywhere with this knight. I got to move my king. And I can't move any of my pawns. I just lose them. So I have to move the king, and then his king is like wiggling its way in. Might be winning for white at this point. Probably is.
Check.
Let me just check that endgame after the trade. Okay, desperately tried something with c5, but it appears to fall a bit short, and he figured it out. Yeah, so pretty good game by white. Yeah, king takes g4, and he's just in time to stop my pawn. He's within the square, meaning if you draw a straight line down to the queening square, if his and then and a similarly length line on all four sides like this. If his king can enter that box, that square, then he'll be able to stop the pawn, which he is. He's king f3. He's just inside the square, so he'll be able to stop my advancing pawn from promoting. So, pretty good game by white. Yeah, I wish I would have seen that knight takes c3 tactic. And maybe I have to play this position a bit better. Maybe it's not enough to say that I'm just equal after e5. Maybe white's like a tiny bit better. So, all right. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.